Hey guys, welcome to Mobility Monday. I'm coming to you from the office today because it's a little loud out there on the floor, so hoping this will let you hear me a little bit better. Today we are tackling the upper thoracic, that's your upper back. So a lot of times if we've been sitting hunched over our desk for a long time or sitting hunched over the phone for a long time, that can create issues in getting our shoulders pulled back, staying up nice and tall on the squat. It can also create issues, just pain, discomfort in the shoulders because the anterior portion of the shoulder gets closed in a little bit too much, and then things start pulling on each other because it's not balanced. So we're going to try and pull the shoulders back to their regular position, which is going to help you stay more upright on front squats, back squats, particularly overhead squats. For a lot of people, their issue is not shoulder mobility, or maybe not just shoulder mobility overhead, but it's their upper back that's limiting them in getting more weight or any weight overhead. So we're going to start with a lacrosse ball peanut. If you've got one of these, they're two lacrosse balls hooked together, taped together. You can do this with one lacrosse ball at a time as well, or you can get two and tape them together. But what we're going to do is lay on our side, and we're going to put this break between the two lacrosse balls. That's going to go right where your spine is, and then the lacrosse balls will bisect your spine. So be on our back. That lacrosse ball is going to start about mid back or so, and the goal here is that I'm going to keep everything in my mid and lower back straight and stable. So I'm going to brace here and not let that move. I'm going to arch my upper back without moving my abdomen, and then crunch. So you're flexing and extending your upper back, so it's going to be really small movements without letting your belly move at all. So it's 15 reps here, and then I would scoot down to move the lacrosse ball up just a little bit. And again, I'm thinking about bracing here and then extending and flexing just my upper back, not my belly or lower back. 15 times. You're going to keep doing that until you work your way up into your traps. So you end up with maybe 4 or 5 sets of 15 little bitty reps. That'll get you started. Then we're going to use a foam roller, not to roll anything out, but actually as kind of a target. So I'm going to lay on my side with the foam roller about mid-body. Scoot back here just a little bit. Foam roller about mid-body, and put the leg that's on top goes over the foam roller, and it needs to stay attached to the foam roller. Arms go on top of the foam roller. Then I'm going to take this top arm and rotate it back as far as I can, keeping this leg attached to that foam roller. Once I get as far as I can, I'm going to hold for 10 seconds and then go back to where I started. Okay, and we'll do that 5 times. What you're trying to do with this leg is just limit the motion of the lower body rotating and keep it just to your upper body. So I'll rotate around until I get as far as I can. Count to 10, and go back to where I started. Okay, and you'll do that on both sides. All right, and finally, to add a little load to this is called the Viking sloth press. I'll be honest, I don't know why it's called the Viking sloth press. I don't know what it has to do with Vikings or sloths. The pressing, I can see. But what we're going to do is we're going to squat and press dumbbells one at a time up over our head. Okay, you want to do this nice and controlled. We're not trying to punch them up overhead. We're trying to press and press. You want to show that full extension at the top, trying to keep your arms right next to your ears or just behind your ears. Okay, so you're gonna start with some light dumbbells, maybe 10s, 15s. You can go even lighter if you need to. We go down to the bottom of a squat. You're gonna keep your core engaged so that you're not hunched over here. So we're down at the bottom of our squat, not hunched over. Okay, stay active in your squat. Then you're gonna, one at a time, punch these dumbbells up overhead. Okay, and what we're trying to work on is really pulling back on them. You're gonna feel your back muscles working really hard to try and keep those stable and get that full elbow extension. That's good. That's what we want. We want those back muscles to work hard for that range of motion. Okay? This should take about 15 minutes for you to complete all 3 exercises. Remember, don't rush through them. It's all about quality of movement here.